Hello guys, I am Shahin Mehmood, currently studying MBBS from College of Medicine and JNM Hospital Kalyani, and I will explain the botany part of full test 7. So let's start. First question 101. On the basis of relative position of different floral parts on the thalamus, a flower can be hypogynous, perigynous, or epigynous. With respect to the given figures A, B, C, D, select the correct option. So we need to tell about the position floral parts. So let's start. Let's understand. So first it is given A, B, C, D. So A is given as, in floral morphology, we know that the term hypogynous, perigynous, and epigynous refer to relative position of the floral parts. These are basically the position of floral parts. What are the floral parts? Petal, sepal, ovary. These are basically the floral parts. So hypogynous flowers, first of all, A is basically hypogynous flowers because they have floral parts, sepal, petal, and stamens attached below the ovary. So this is the ovary, you can see, and these are sepals, petals, stamen, all are attached below ovary. That's why it is hypogynous. So this is hypogynous. Now the next B is, we are seeing that the flowers have the floral parts attached around the ovary. So this is the ovary, and these are attached around ovary with ovary positioned superiorly. So this is basically perigynous. The C, the diagram is given also the same. It is also perigynous. As we can see that the floral parts attached around the ovary and the ovary positioned superiorly. Last D, so this structure is basically epigynous. Why this is epigynous? Because the floral parts are attached above the ovary. So this is the ovary and these are the floral parts attached above the ovary. So first option, A hypogynous, B perigynous, C perigynous, and D epigynous will be our correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, 102. Identify the fungi which do not belong to the group of other fungi among the following: sap fungi, puffballs, mushroom, or bracket fungi. So first of all, let us categorize all of these. So sap fungi is basically Ascomycetes. Ascomycetes. Puffballs, mushroom, and bracket fungi all are this Basidiomycetes. Right here. Basidiomycetes. So sap fungi is different from other three options. The first option will be a correct answer for this question. Sap fungi, Ascomycota, a distinct group of fungi that differ from other options listed here. Sap fungi, Ascomycota, are characterized by the presence of sac-like structure called ascom. Moving towards the next question, 103. So it is saying that species of sphagnum have good capacity to hold water. Reason is given. They have been used as packing material for the transshipment of living material. Both assertion and reason are correct, but just think that it is saying assertion, species of sphagnum have good capacity to hold water. यहाँ पे बोल रहा है कि assertion में कि sphagnum का जो species होता है उसका water capacity, good capacity होता है water hold करने का. और यहाँ पे reason क्या बता रहा है कि they have been used as packing material for the transshipment of living material. तो यहाँ पे ये जो यूज होता है पैकिंग मटेरियल के लिए और ट्रांसशिपमेंट ऑफ लिविंग मटेरियल. तो अगर इसको रिवर्स कर दिया जाए, असर्शन को यहाँ पे ये हो जाएगा और रीजन यहाँ पे ये हो जाएगा, तो ये बात सही बैठता है कि अगर असर्शन ये होगा कि दे हैव बीन यूज्ड एज पैकिंग मटेरियल फॉर द ट्रांसशिपमेंट ऑफ लिविंग मटेरियल, और इसका रीजन क्या होगा कि स्पीसीज ऑफ द स्फैग्नम हैव गुड कैपेसिटी टू होल्ड वाटर, तब ये सही बैठता है कि असर्शन रीजन दोनों ही करेक्ट है और रीजन जो है असर्शन को करेक्टली डिस्क्राइब कर रहा है. लेकिन यहाँ पे जो दिया हुआ है उल्टा दिया हुआ है बेसिकली. सो असर्शन रीजन दोनों का करेक्ट है लेकिन रीजन जो है असर्शन को करेक्टली वेरीफाई नहीं कर रहा है. हमारा जो आंसर होगा सेकंड ऑप्शन विल बी आवर करेक्ट आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन. मूविंग टुवर्ड्स द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन 104. It is saying hydrochloride carrageen is obtained from Pheophyce only, Chlorophyce and Rhodophyophyce, Pheophyce and Rhodophyce, or Rhodophyce only. So hydrochloride carrageen is basically a hydrochloride, and it is obtained from the red algae Rhodophyta, specifically from certain species of the class Rhodophyce. So fourth option will be your correct answer for this question. But you have to remember that all the red algae don't produce carrageen. So moving towards the next question, 105. It is saying how many ATP, NADPH2 are required for the synthesis of one molecule of glucose during Kelvin cycle. So first of all, let us understand in one cycle of Kelvin cycle how many ATPs are needed. So 3 ATP and 2 NADPH2 are needed. So in one cycle this is needed, and to obtain glucose 6 carbon sugar it is. So 6 cycle of Kelvin cycle is needed. So you have to multiply it with 6. So we will got 18 ATP and 12 NADPH2. Third option will be your correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, 106. It is saying select incorrectly matched pair. First option is given. Inferior ovary, guava is correct. Aestivation with unequal petals, cotton-shaped petals. It is basically incorrect. So first of all, let us understand what does aestivation mean. Aestivation basically means unequal aestivation with unequal petal. Aestivation means aestivation with unequal petals refers to imbricate or contoured aestivation, where one petal overlaps other. In cotton flowers, what happens? Typically, they have regular, radially symmetrical flowers with equal petals. That's why second is the incorrectly matched pair, and it is our correct option. Moving towards the next options, polyadelphous condition is present in citrus. It is correct. So, what does polyadelphous condition means? It basically means that stamens are united into 2 or more bundles, more than 2 bundles. That's why it is called polyadelphous condition. It is now the last option is saying irregular flower is present in Kana. It is also correct. So second option will be our correct answer. Moving towards the next question. Bulliform cells. Bulliform cells are found in dorsiventral leaves and help in photosynthesis. Bulliform cells are found in dorsiventral leaves and help in minimizing water loss. Third option are found in isobilateral leaves and help in minimizing water loss. Last option is saying are found in isobilateral leaves and are help in photosynthesis. So here 107. What are bulliform cells? Basically, bulliform cells are found in isobilateral leaves and these are help in minimizing water loss. So third option will be our correct answer for this question. If we want to understand what are bulliform cells, so bulliform cells are basically a specialized cell and that are present in the leaves of some plants. So isobilateral leaves it is. So they are involved in regulating leaf movement and play a role in minimizing water loss by expanding or collapsing in response to changes in water availability. Moving towards the next question, 108. 108. We have to match the column. Match column 1 with column 2. So mitochondria, we know that mitochondria is a double membrane structure. Lysosome is basically a single membrane structure. Then ribosome is a membrane, it is not bounded by any membrane, so it is without membrane. And nucleus is also double membrane structure. So if we match all this, we will get a third option will be our correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, 109. Identify the components level as A, B, C, D in the given figure of the cell membrane from the list 1st to 7 given along the with respect and select the correct option. So it is given. So this is the structure A. A here basically denotes sugar. It is given in first. Sugar. B is basically protein. B is protein. It is given as second. C here you can see it is lipid bilayer. Lipid bilayer. Is given as 5. Now the last is D. So it is given as integral protein. And it is given as 4. So if we match all the components A, B, C, D, here we can see that first option will be our correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, 110. So G0 state of cells in eukaryotic cell cycle denotes checkpoint before entering the next phase. It is not a correct statement because that is basically happens in G1 and G2. Pausing in the middle of a cell cycle to cope up with temporary delay, it is also not correct. Death of a cell, it is also not correct. G1 is basically exit of the cells from cell cycle. So fourth option will be our correct answer for this question. So G0 phase is basically a quiescent phase, and cells in this G0 phase are typically not actively dividing and may remain in the phase temporarily or permanently, depending on the external signals and internal conditions. The fourth option will be your correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, 111. Bacterium divides every 35 minutes with a culture containing 10 to the power 5 cells. It will be 10 to the power 5, not 10 to the power 105 cells. 10 to the power 5 cells per ml is grown for 175 minutes. What will be the cell concentration per ml after 175 minutes? So let's understand this. So we know that bacterial cell gets doubled in every 35 minutes. So this will be 2 to the power 10 to the power 5 in 35 minutes. Then another 35 minutes we will get to 4 to the power 10 to the power 5. Then it will get 8 to the power 10 to the power 35 in another 35 minutes. Then it will get 16 to the power 10 to the power 5 in another 35 minutes. Lastly, it will be 32 multiplied with 10 to the power 5 in another 35 minutes. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 into 35 basically 175. So 32 multiplied with 10 to the power 5 cells is basically third option will be our correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, 102. Doubling of the number of chromosomes can be achieved by disrupting mitotic cell division soon after anaphase, prophase, telophase or metaphase. So basically the answer is metaphase here. Fourth option will be the correct answer. What happens in metaphase? We know that the chromosome aligned. So metaphase is the stage of mitosis where replicated chromosome align along the metaphasic plate. So basically this we can see metaphasic plate and ready for separation into two daughter cells during anaphase. If the process is disrupted at this stage, then the replicated chromosome will not segregate. So these will not segregate into daughter cell, resulting in doubling the number of chromosomes within the cells. The fourth option will be the correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, 130. Which of the following represents the best stage to view the shape, size and number of chromosomes? The answer is metaphase as well, second option, not prophase, interphase or telophase. So what happens in metaphase? Metaphase is basically the best time. It is basically the best time to count and study the number and morphology of the chromosome, because these chromosomes can be viewed distinctively and arrange themselves in at the equatorial or metaphasic plate, and we can see the chromosomes at the best positions. Moving towards the next question, 140. Embryo sac of angiosperms contain 3-cell egg apparatus, 3 antipodal cells and 2 polar nuclei, 2-cell egg apparatus, 3 antipodal cells and 2 polar nuclei, 3-cell egg apparatus, 2 antipodal cells and 1 polar nuclei, 3-cell egg apparatus, 1 antipodal cells and 2 polar nuclei. So let's make this. So, make it good. Suppose this is the embryo sac of angiosperm. can see there are 3 antipodal cells. 3 antipodal cells. 3 antipodal cells. Now here there will be 2 polar nuclei. So here there are 2 polar nuclei. The egg apparatus will have 2 synergids. There are synergids along with the egg. So here 3-cell egg apparatus. 3-cell egg apparatus. 3 antipodal cells, 3-cell egg apparatus, and 2 polar nuclei. So first option 114 will be our correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, 150. In a flowering plant, for the formation of 800 male gametes, how many pollen mother cell, pollen grains, and number of meiotic divisions are required respectively? So you have to understand this. One meiosis. What happens? You will get 1 microspore mother cell. 1 microspore mother cell. And 1 microspore mother cell basically have 4 pollen grain. 4 pollen grain. Very small space actually. And this 4 pollen grain each have 1 generative cell and 1 vegetative cell. So 2 male gametes. 2 male gametes. So here we have 4 pollen grains, so 8 male gametes is equal to 8 male gametes. Now if we multiply all these with 100, as our required male gamete is 800 male gametes, we will have that. Have to multiply with 100, so we have 800 male gametes. We have 800 male gametes. If we multiply this pollen grain as well with 100, we will get 400 pollen grain. If we multiply this 100 microspore mother cell and 100 meiosis. So we got our answer. Pollen mother cell, how many? 100. Then how many pollen grains? 400 pollen grains. And number of meiotic division 100. So first option will be our correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question. We will erase this. You understand. Now we have to attend the next question. Yeah, we are ready. So 106. It is saying all the children in some family have blood groups type AB. What are the possible genotype of their parents? So comparing all the options is given. In this case, only A blood group and O blood group is possible. In this case, A and B blood group is possible, but AB blood group is not possible here. In this case, AB blood group is possible. So third option will be our correct answer for this question. And the last option is given. In this case also, you can see that only A blood group is possible. So third option will be our correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, 170. A gene is said to be dominant if it expresses its effect only in homozygous state. It expresses its effect only in heterozygous condition. It expresses its effect in both homozygous and heterozygous condition. Or lastly, it never expresses its effect in any condition. So third option will be the correct answer for this question. You can understand this. So this is homozygous condition, it is tall, and this is heterozygous condition, and it is also tall. So basically this is dominant gene. So third option will be our correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question. Color blindness is a kind of, the options are X-linked dominant, autosomal dominant, X-linked recessive, or autosomal recessive. So third option will be our correct answer for this question. So this kind of question basically करेक्टली डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम एनसीईआरटी. अगर यहाँ पे आप लोगों को याद नहीं है ये कलर ब्लाइंड किस तरह का डिजीज होता है तो आप इसको अटेम्प्ट नहीं कर पाओगे. ये कोई समझने वाला क्वेश्चन नहीं है. यहाँ पे आपको याद रखना होता है. अगर आप याद नहीं रखोगे तो ये क्वेश्चन नहीं कर पाओगे. तो बेसिकली बायोलॉजी में ऐसे बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन आपको मिलेंगे जहाँ पे आपको याद रखना है. तो आपको एनसीईआरटी अच्छे से पढ़ना है और चीजों को याद करना है. जो भी डेटा दिया हुआ है, जो भी टेबल दिया हुआ है, सबको आपको याद करके चलना है. क्योंकि एनसीईआरटी से क्वेश्चन आएगा मैक्सिमम 99 to 98%. So next question को देखते हैं. Moving for the next question. In the process of transcription, what happens? So what does transcription means? So DNA to RNA. This is the process, is transcription. So options given are polypeptide chain synthesis, polypeptide chain is not synthesis in transcription. It is synthesis basically in translation. And The next option, RNA molecule synthesis within a ribosome. It is also not the correct statement. And the next is RNA molecule synthesis from DNA template, as we can see. RNA molecule synthesis from DNA template. The third option will be our correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, DNA molecule is synthesized on a DNA. So it is also not correct. It is basically replication. So third option will be our correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, 120. It is saying in an experiment, it is found that adenine constitute 30% and guanine constitute 20%. The quantity of cytosine in the DNA is likely to. You know that adenine base pairs with thymine, guanine base pairs with cytosine. So the number will be equal. So adenine 30%, then thymine is also 30%. 30 plus 30. Here guanine is given 20%, so cytosine will also be 20%. So all of these will constitute 100. So it is verifying. So cytosine in the DNA, as you can see, will be 20%. So second option will be our correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, 121. It is saying which of the following pairs is correctly matched? Central dogma is codon no. Central dogma, we know that DNA to RNA, RNA to mRNA, that is RNA to protein. So that is the central dogma. Codon is different concept. So first option is not correctly matched. Second option, Okazaki fragment splicing. Okazaki fragment basically you can see in DNA replication. So it is not associated with splicing. It is also not correct. Then RNA polymerase, DNA primer. It is also not correct. DNA template we can see, and RNA polymerase is not associated with DNA primer. Initiation factor, sigma factor. It is actually correct. Initiation factor is sigma factor. We can see this in translation. So fourth option will be our correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question. So codon AUG, UCC, USC, GGG specifiers. We know that we have a table in NCERT where all codons are given. So we have to remember from that table only. So यहाँ पे AUG, UCC, USC, GGC का यहाँ पे आपको बताना है. तो AUG किसको कोड करता है? AUG बेसिकली कोड करता है मिथोनियम को, then UCC कोड करता है सीरीन को, then USC कोड करता है टायरोसिन को, and GGC कोड करता है ग्लाइसिन को. So यहाँ पे फोर्थ जो ऑप्शन होगा, यहाँ पे आप लोगों का इस क्वेश्चन को 122 का करेक्ट आंसर होगा. फोर्थ ऑप्शन विल बी अ करेक्ट आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन. यू हैव टू रिमेंबर ऑल दिस. 123. Moving towards the next question, 123. It is saying endemic species is known as the species confined to a particular place and not found anywhere else. Basically, it is the correct. But let's check other answers as well. The species of a particular place which is found. It is not found anywhere else, so it is not a correct statement. And found distributed at a number of other places. It is found only at one place. That's why it is called as endemic species. Ubiquitous species, no. Global species, no. So first option is the best answer. So first option will be our correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, 124. It is saying all carbohydrates are usually first converted into glucose before they are all used for respiration. It is a correct statement. Now we read the reason. Proteins, fats, and organic acid can also be respired, but they do not enter respiratory pathway at the first step. So basically, it is also a correct statement. But we can see that the assertion and reason does not verifying this, because the reason is given for protein, fat, and organic acid. It doesn't describe what carbohydrates do, what carbohydrates are getting converted into glucose before they enter respiration. It doesn't describe why this enters in respiration. Basically, first converted, why this is firstly converted. So it doesn't describe this. It is just saying other thing, that why proteins, fats, and organic acid can also be respired. So both the statements are correct, but reason is not the correct explanation of the assertion. So second option will be our correct answer for this question. It is given wrong here. So you can see that you can change it here. It is given wrong. It is given wrong. The second option will be our correct answer for this one. The explanation is correct, but the answer just marked wrong. You can change it. Moving towards the next question, 125. It is saying which is the connecting link between the glycolysis and Krebs cycle? Isocitric acid, alpha-ketoglutarate acid, glucose, or acetyl coenzyme. So we know that the connecting link between glucose and Krebs cycle is link reaction. Link reaction. And the product of link reaction is acetyl coenzyme. So fourth option will be our correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, 126. It is saying, given below are two statements. One is labeled as assertion and another is labeled as reason. Assertion is given 2,4-D is widely used to kill monocotyledonous weeds, and reason is given 2,4-D does not affect the mature monocotyledonous plant. So first option is given that 2,4-D used to kill not monocot, it is basically used to kill dicotyledonous weeds. So it is the assertion is wrong here. Reason 2,4-D doesn't affect mature monocotyledonous plants. So it is the correct statement. So assertion is wrong, but reason is true. So here third option will be our correct answer for this question. Assertion is not correct, but reason is correct. Moving towards the next question, 127. Name the plant growth regulator which upon spraying on sugarcane crop increases the length of stem, thus increasing the yield of sugarcane crop. The first option is gibberellin, second is ethylene, abscisic acid, third option and cytokinin. Basically, these are also the same thing. You have to read the NCERT. You can't take the answer without reading the NCERT. It is given clearly in NCERT that if we spray sugarcane crop with gibberellins, the length of the stem increases and as much the yield is more than 20 tons per acre. So first option will be our correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question. 128. So match the microbes in column first with their commercial industrial products in the column second is the correct answer. So Aspergillus niger is basically often citric acid. Used to obtain citric acid. Then Clostridium butylicum, it is basically used to obtain butyric acid. Then Saccharomyces cerevisiae is a yeast, we know that it is used to obtain ethanol. Given Trichoderma polyesporum. So Trichoderma polyesporum is basically used to obtain cyclosporine. And lastly, Monascus purpureus is used to obtain statin. So matching all these options, third option will be the correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, 129. South Indian traditional drink, toddy, is the fermentation product of palm sap, rice broth, coconut milk or bamboo shoot. It's basically a traditional drink of some parts in South India and made by fermenting sap from palms. So first option will be our correct answer for this question. Direct question from NCERT. You have to read it. You have to read it multiple times. Moving to the next question. It is saying that temperature ranges from 0 levels in polar areas to more than 50 degrees centigrade in tropical deserts in summer and high altitudes. And the reason is given the salt concentration is measured as salinity in parts per million. The answer is already marked. So first option, it is saying that temperature ranges from 0 levels in polar areas to 50 degrees centigrade in tropical desert in summer and high altitude. High altitudes, it doesn't have more than 50 degrees centigrade. So this statement is wrong as well. The temperature ranges from the sub-zero levels in polar regions and high altitudes. So temperature ranges from 0 levels in polar areas and high altitudes. There is a play in the just statement. Okay. So the reason is given the salt concentration is measured as salinity in parts per million. It is not million. It should parts per thousands. So this also statement is wrong. So fourth option, both assertion and reason are false, will be the correct answer for this question. We have to read the statements carefully. Otherwise, we will get it wrong. Now the next question. Going towards the next question, 131. Populations evolve to maximize their reproductive fitness. This is called as Darwinian fitness. This is represented by low R value, high R value, moderate I value, moderate R value or none. So second option will be the correct answer, that the species which have more high R value, that are more fit. Fitness of that species is more fit, will be more. So second option will be a correct answer for this question. Towards the next question, 132. Which among the following is not includes in the basic levels of biological organisms to which ecology is concerned? So what are the basically the ecology? I mean, ecology is basically concerned with 4 levels. and that those are organisms is correct. Then population is correct. Then biome is correct. And along with that, what more it have? It have communities. It doesn't have biosphere. So fourth option will be your correct answer for this question. It doesn't deal with biosphere. Moving towards the next question, 133. Assertion is given. Assertion is type of. You can see that how many assertion reason questions are there. It is in our trend. We have to attempt this kind of questions, and we have to read the NCERT carefully to attempt this kind of questions. Moving towards the next question, 130. So it is given that the trophic level represent a functional level, not a species as such, and reason is given. A given species may occupy more than one trophic level in the same ecosystem at the same time. So basically, the trophic levels represent a functional level, not a species as such, and it is true. And the reason is given that a given species may occupy more than one trophic level in the same ecosystem at the same time. It is also true. For example, we can have that ourselves. Sometimes when we are eating the vegetarian products, suppose vegetarian product that is grass. We don't eat grass. Suppose take example of any another spinach. Suppose spinach. When humans directly consume it, they are basically primary consumer. But when we consume meat, then we are basically secondary consumer. So that's our top consumer, tertiary consumer basically. So that's why we can say that a given species may occupy more than one trophic level in the same ecosystem at the same time. So first option will be our correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, 134. The mass of living material at a trophic level at a particular time is called net primary productivity, standing crop, gross primary productivity, standing state. So second option here will be our correct answer for this question. Basically, what is standing state? Standing state is basically the inorganic substances in an ecosystem. Inorganic substances in an ecosystem. Moving towards the next question, 135. Which type of pyramid is always upright and never inverted? Biomass, number, energy, two of these. So basically, the pyramid of energy can never be inverted. Why? This is according to Lindman's 10% law. So this is the pyramid of energy. So basically, we know that suppose sunlight is given and sunlight is absorbed by any kind of plant or autotrophic plants. So 10% of energy they acquire, and 10% energy loss, 10% loss is occurring. So transferring of 10% of that energy occurs in every trophic levels. This is occurring. So 10% energy, 10%, 10%. So this is how occurs. So this pyramid of energy get reduced. So energy consumption get increased in trophic level when we go from top to low to bottom, but it gets the species or any trophic level which have the lower position in this pyramid, they get maximum energy, and the species which have the top position they get least amount of energy. So third option will be our correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, and this is section B, 136. It is saying, which of the following is correct about viroids? They have free RNA without protein code. Then they have DNA with protein code. They have free DNA without protein code. They have RNA with protein code. So basically, viroids have some kind of this. They are naked RNA. They don't have any kind of protein code. So first option will be our correct answer for this question. First question, viroids. Moving towards the next question, 137. Select the mismatched pair. Amphibians of plant kingdom bryophyte is correct. Then first terrestrial plant to possess vascular tissue gymnosperm, it is not correct. Pteridophytes are basically the first vascular cryptogams, and they are first vascular land plants. What are required for fertilization? Pteridophyte is correct. Seed enclosed in fruit and angiosperm, it is also correct. Mismatched pair is second option. Moving towards the next question, 138. In dash aestivation, sepals or petals in a horde just touch one another at the margins without overlapping, as it is found in dash. Basically, aestivation refers to the arrangement of sepals or petals in a plural bud with respect to each other. And in valvate aspiration, what we can see that the sepals and petals in whole just touch each other, and it is without overlap, and they are able to easily open up like the doors of a valve. Calotropis exhibit valvate aspiration. So considering this, first option will be a correct answer for this question. Aspiration valvate and example calotropis. Moving towards the next question, 139. Cortex. Cortex is the region found between epidermis and stele, pericycle endodermis and teeth, endodermis and vascular bundle. Basically, cortex is a region found between epidermis and stele. First option will be our correct answer for this question. So this is the epidermis layer, and this is basically the cortex. And here below the stele part is present. So first option will be our correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, 140. This is one of the popular questions. This is a PYQ based question. This comes several times in previous years. Given graph represents the absorption spectra of three photosynthetic pigments, chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, and beta carotene. The correct statement regarding this. Therefore, we can see this graph is given. So it is saying that it curve showing the amount of absorption of different wavelengths of light by photosynthetic pigment is called as absorption. It is absolutely correct. Second is given that chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B absorb maximum light in blue and red wavelengths of light. It is absolutely correct statement. And the last statement is saying that the rate of photosynthesis is maximum in blue and red wavelengths of light. It is also correct statement. Why this happens? Because chlorophyll pigments absorb light most efficiently in these wavelengths, which are blue and red. That's why this statement is also correct. So, considering all the statements are correct, so fourth option will be a correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, 141. It's saying, read the given statements regarding a cell organelle. It contains, first statement is given, it contains water, sap, excretory products and other unwanted materials. So this represents for, this is the for vacuole. Vacuole in plant cell contain water, sap, excretory products and other unwanted materials. So it's for vacuole. Second, it is bounded by single membrane called tonoplast. You know that this is also called, so this feature is present in vacuole as well. In plant cell, it can occupy up to 90% of the volume. It is also true for vacuole. Lastly, it is saying it maintains target pressure. The above features are attributed to. So it maintains the target pressure. So it is also true for vacuole. Third option will be the correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, 132. Oh, sorry, 140. Yeah, 140. The common characteristic feature of plant sheath tube cells are most mammalian erythrocyte is absence of mitochondria, presence of cell wall, presence of hemoglobin, or absence of nucleus. So basically the answer will be absence of nucleus. So absence of mitochondria. If we want to explain the first option, so this statement is not accurate. Why this is not accurate? Because that mature erythrocytes lack mitochondria. Plant sheath tubes still may contain mitochondria. So this statement is incorrect. Now the next is saying that presence of cell wall. Plant have cell wall, but animal doesn't have cell wall. So it is also incorrect. Presence of hemoglobin. We know that animal have hemoglobin, but plant doesn't have hemoglobin. But absence of nucleus. Both plant and animal sheath tubes have absence of nucleus. So fourth option will be our correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, 143. During which phases of cell cycle amount of DNA in a cell membrane remains 4C level if initial amount is denoted as 2C. So we know that the DNA replication occurs in S phase. Suppose G1 have 2C, then S phase will have 4C, then G2 will also have 4C, and M phase will also have 4C. So G2 and M phase will have the 4C amount. So fourth option will be our correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, 144. The in transverse section of dicotyledonous root, the parenchymatous cells which lies between xylem and phloem are called. So many people confused in this kind of question. They just pick the cambium, but this is just read the question. It is saying in transverse section of dicotyledonous root. It is not saying about vascular bundle. Dicotyledonous root, what happened? The parenchymatous cell which lies between xylem and phloem are basically called, here you can see also in diagram, this is called conjunctive tissue. So 144, second option will be your correct answer for this question. The next question, which of the following statement is incorrect? Tapetum is the innermost layer of the anther, it is correct. Next, it is saying tapetum helps in dehiscence and release of pollen. So this option is basically incorrect. That tapetum nourishes the developing pollen grain and not help in dehiscence and release of pollen. This is incorrect statement. The next statement is saying cells of tapetum possess dense cytoplasm. Correct. Cells of tapetum generally have more than one nucleus. It is also correct. The second option will be your correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, 146. Sorry, 147. There are some problems. 147. It is saying that in sickle cell anemia, defective mRNA has which genetic code for valine amino acids. So what happens in sickle cell anemia? That glutamic acid is replaced by valine. And glutamic acid have the genetic code GAG and it is replaced by valine. So it have GUG. So valine have GUG codon. So fourth option will be your correct answer for this question. Moving towards the next question, assertion is given that DNA is preferred over RNA for storage of genetic information. The reason is given, DNA is more stable than RNA. So basically, if we put a because here, that why DNA is preferred over RNA for storage of genetic information, because DNA is stable. So basically, the assertion is correctly described by the reason. So first option, our correct answer. Both assertion and reason are true, and reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. Moving towards the next question, 149. So it is saying that which of the following is required as inducer for the expression of lactoferrin? Lactose, lactose and sucrose, glucose, galactose, and maltose. You can just say that the name is lactoferrin. So the inducible part or inducible thing is the lactose only. The first option will be our correct answer for this question. Last question of this botany section, 150. What it is saying that according to IUCN 2004, the total number of plant and animal species described so far slightly more than 1.5 million, slightly less than 1.5 million, 2.5 million, or 1.5 million. So the first option here will be our correct answer for this question. This is also direct NCERT based question. You have to read the NCERT to solve this kind of question. So you have to memorize this data as well. So this concludes the explanation part of the botany. Thank you. So guys, now let's discuss the question number 146 जो हमने डिस्कशन जब कर रहे थे सारे क्वेश्चंस को उसमें छोड़ा था क्योंकि वहाँ पे स्लाइड सा प्रिंटिंग मिस्टेक था. यहाँ पे हम देखेंगे कि असर्शन क्या दिया हुआ है कि गैमेट्स आर फॉर्म्ड बाय मियोसिस इन फीमेल्स एंड माइटोसिस इन मेल्स. तो ये एब्सोल्युटली असर्शन जो है ये करेक्ट कि गैमेट्स जो फॉर्म होता है मियोसिस के थ्रू फीमेल में और माइटोसिस के थ्रू मेल में. रीजन यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है इन हनी बी फीमेल इज हैप्लॉइड एंड मेल इज डिप्लॉइड. सो ये जो स्टेटमेंट है रीजन ये बेसिकली गलत है क्योंकि हनी बी में क्या होता है फीमेल जो होता है वो डिप्लॉइड होता है. फीमेल यहाँ पे डिप्लॉइड होता है, फीमेल डिप्लॉइड होता है और मेल जो होता है ये हैप्लॉइड होता है क्योंकि मेल जो होता है ये अनफर्टिलाइज्ड एग से बनता है और फीमेल जो होता है ये फर्टिलाइज्ड एग से बनता है. तो यहाँ पे हमारा असर्शन तो करेक्ट हो गया, रीजन हो गया गलत. तो थर्ड ऑप्शन जो होगा इस क्वेश्चन का करेक्ट आंसर होगा.